You wake up and are faced with your first out of 35,000 decisions you're going to make today. Should I brush my teeth or make coffee first? Should I meditate or would that waste 15 minutes of my time? Which workout should I do? Should I even work out today? Maybe your internal dialogue sounds something like this too. So instead of making yet another decision, you do what any normal millennial would do. Scroll on social media. Instantly, you see your favorite influencer and wonder what it would be like to be as successful as her. Then you see your best friend in her new apartment and you wonder if you'll ever be able to move out of your parents' house. Did I mention it's not even 9 a.m. yet? This isn't a video about taking a break. This is a video about taking back the control of your life. If you can watch this video all the way through until the end, that tells me that you want to be a part of the 1% that are emotionally rich. The Great Burnout is a massive problem in our society. Have you ever felt like you're deeply unfulfilled but still desiring more, or feeling like you're not doing enough but at the same time you're so burnt out that you can't even take another decision on for today? Shiny object syndrome is defined as a continual state of distraction brought on by an ongoing belief that there is something new worth pursuing. This is why you keep chasing the next best thing and you're not feeling fulfilled in your own life. People joke that they left their 9 to 5 to work 24/7, and although it's very funny, it's very true. The minute that you get up from your desk, you can instantly check your emails on your phone. And if you haven't seen someone in months, you can just call them and catch up. So when they do send you a text, you feel obligated to answer because you haven't seen them in months, even though you have a to-do list with 57 things on it for today. As we evolve into a culture that romanticizes remote work, is it really such a luxury to be able to work from anywhere? Especially when you live in a big city like New York, where your bedroom can also be your office space. So how do you know the difference between work and play and sex and sleep? We've forgotten what it's like to really turn off work and unplug. Even if you've taken a social media detox before, you deleted the app from your phone, are you ever really unplugged if you go back to the same environment after your detox, after that short vacation, once you re-download the app? So why are our habits not sticking? And what is the real deeper problem in our programming that we are so addicted to wanting to be better, to comparing ourselves, to these constant dopamine hits like we see when we're scrolling on TikTok and there's really no option to pause a video. These videos don't last longer than 30 seconds and you're constantly feeling a high, a dopamine hit, and then once it's over, the next video is already in your face. You don't actually have a choice to start and to stop. It only gets to a point where you feel so fatigued and you think to yourself, maybe I should go to bed now. We've forgotten what it's like to live life. We've forgotten how to walk the streets and just listen to the sounds of nature because we're constantly looking for the next best podcast or the new music that just came out today. So my question to you is, who are you outside of your work and who are you outside of social media? If you're anything like I used to be, I was someone who longed for my identity within things, whether they be relationships or social media or a follower account or a number in the bank. I've come to realize that freedom is a state of mind and our identity is created within us. Because if we're constantly looking for the next best thing, who really are we? There is a way for you to escape the hamster wheel, and that first begins with a detox. You have to give your brain time to fully detox. And I'm not just talking about deleting Instagram for a couple of days or making a story post saying I'm going off the grid for a few days. If you don't actually set new habits during your social media break, then as soon as you download the apps, you're gonna fall back into the same cycle. So how do we really start with a blank page and a clean slate? James Clear defines creating a good habit as first making it obvious, then making it attractive, then making it easy, and finally making it satisfying. How can you make your environment fall in alignment with these 4 rules to create good habits and systems in your life? When you detox, don't just sit around and binge TV all day. day. During your detox, it's so important for you to do things that are conducive to your growth and to your mental health. Read books about building habits and creating systems and bettering yourself. Do work that's actually self-care and not self-sabotage. So instead of binging and eating junk food because you're on a break and you should do that, what about if instead you read a book on healthy recipes and healing your gut? Not enough people are talking about this. That what you're doing in your downtime should be productive to your mental health. Once you've done the things for yourself that are truly self-care and not self-sabotage, then it's important to get clear on your definiteness of purpose, which is a concept first introduced by Napoleon Hill. This is where you decide with an unwavering faith and belief in yourself that you are going to accomplish this one specific thing. Because the truth is, many people are going through life without a definiteness of purpose. They don't know where they're headed. Go ask 3 people in your inner circle what they want out of life. I bet you they will tell you what they don't want rather than what they do want. For you to become emotionally rich, you have to decide what you want. And of course, desire can feel scary and can feel vulnerable, but ultimately you are in control of your life. If you don't create a plan for yourself, you'll become a part of someone else's. Once you've done your detox, you've got clear on your definiteness of purpose, now it's time to build your life operating system. The same way our phones have an operating system, you need to start building one for your life. What do you do when you get an idea in the middle of a day but you can't actually act on it? Are you putting a reminder in your notes app, or are you just expecting to remember and then you forget that today was actually your dad's birthday and you forgot to call him? If you're an entrepreneur, you know what it's like to create systems within your business. But have you ever thought about creating systems within your life? If this is something you would like to learn more about and how I optimize systems in my personal life to achieve success, leave me a comment below and say I'm in, so I know that you're really ready to create the most beautiful, abundant, and wealthy life for yourself. While you're thinking about your life operating system, it's also extremely important for you to remember that you become the people and the energy that you surround yourself with. What are the TV shows you're watching? What are you consuming on a daily basis? Because that is directly reflecting in your life. Your thoughts create your reality. So the more that you think a thought and the more that you surround yourself with vulgar TV shows, vulgar music, that's what's manifesting into your reality. So right now, I want you to think about what are you consuming on a daily basis, which leads me into the final step to invest your time wisely. Time is the one thing that we all have the same amount of. So why are people like Jeff Bezos, Gary Vee, Oprah, Mel Robbins doing the most while we just can't even seem to find 30 minutes a day to go for a walk outside? It's time to take your time back and take control of your life. It's time to stop being a slave to time. It's time to create freedom systems in your life, in your schedule, in your business, because you are worthy of living an abundant life. And when you take your time back, and this is the number one thing that people aren't talking about, is when you take your time back, what are you doing with that time? How are you using that time wisely? So for me, in my personal life, I've decided to pay a $10 delivery fee to get my groceries from Whole Foods, high quality groceries, delivered to my doorstep. So I have more time to read and consume better content so that I can create better content here on this channel. So getting 1 additional hour to really give my brain, nourish my brain, give myself some brain food is actually benefiting me for just an additional $10. Also extremely important, if it's not a 100% yes, then it's a no. Stop answering messages as soon as they come in. Stop answering your email as soon as it comes in. Limit the notifications on your phone. Limit the amount of dopamine hits that you receive on a daily basis, because we need to go back and retrain our brain to live a fulfilling life of freedom. Freedom is a state of mind. Freedom is not a number in the bank. Freedom is not amount of subscribers or followers that you may have. Freedom comes from a feeling within, which is why some people people making $50,000 a year are extremely happy, while there are millionaires extremely depressed and sad deep down on the inside. Because financial freedom, emotional freedom, time freedom is all a state of mind. At this point in the video, you may be wondering, how do I actually stick with these habits and create good habits for myself that will last me a lifetime? Which is why I want you to watch this video up here, where I'm going to teach you 10 habits to reprogram your subconscious mind for good. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.